The consciousness age. Humanity evolves beyond force into power. There have been many different ages that civilization has moved through over the past few hundred years. You will get different answers depending on who you ask, but it is generally agreed that since the late 1800s, we have moved through the agricultural age, the industrial age, the technological age, and we're currently in the information age. As an explorer and researcher of consciousness, I see these different ages that we've moved through as a reflection of our level of consciousness as a whole. Humanity has made a lot of quick movement over the last 150 years, and some people would even argue that maybe more evolution has occurred in the last 150 years than the 1,000 years or more preceding it. Things are evolving quickly, and now we can see it moving at an exponential rate. The rate at which our evolution is occurring is speeding up. This explains why so many people in society are feeling stressed and overwhelmed. Things are moving really fast. If you begin looking at it in much detail, you can see how the ages relate to our own consciousness, and it gets really in-depth if you want to look deeply into it. Not many people see what the next age is that we are moving into right now. At least the majority do not. It has always been this way. The importance of knowing this next age that we're moving into and aligning with it is striking, as it determines how well you will succeed in life overall. The key elements of success include vision, timing, and action. If a person sees where things are going and the direction they are headed in, and believe fully in their vision while taking action based on that knowledge, they can dramatically increase their success rate as a whole. Imagine if you'd bought South Florida waterfront real estate in the 60s at a few $1,000s per property and had the vision of where it was going to be now. Where would you be financially if you saw that vision and used the power of the timing in your favor? True power is defined as being fully present and aware and having the ability to see where things can go. This is wisdom. This is shaping the direction that things are moving in. On the other hand, force is the ability to apply a lot of effort to shape things after they have already shown up as something other than what you prefer. Knowing the difference between the two and applying it in your life saves a person a lot of energy, stress, and struggle. Our shadow self, the part of us that is fear-based, operates from force, as it cannot remain fully present and be aware and direct the future. It already has an idea of the future or the past, and it continues to play that over and over and over. The true self, the soul, the higher self, can see it all clearly and direct and mold it as it chooses. This is true power. The visionaries who have molded the world as it is and as it will be have operated in this way. The first thing to get is that when we have a motivation to attain or achieve anything, it is tied to an underlying desire to overcome a limitation. Knowing this, we can begin to dig up the limiting beliefs that bind us to the limiting circumstances that we're in. And the results are like letting go of the brakes on a car when we're headed downhill. We start rolling forward easily and smoothly without strain or unnecessary effort. Most people currently do not have an effective strategy to manage their consciousness, like one would drive a car or use a tool. And the intrinsic need for this ability is the reason that we as a whole are moving into the consciousness age. The consciousness age is about humanity discovering that with the ability to create true power, force becomes obsolete. True power is not about competing to outperform others. It is about managing our consciousness and by doing that, constantly outperforming our old standards. True power is not about forcing others to do our will through coercion or by controlling them through intimidation or manipulative persuasion or otherwise. It is about cooperative, co-creative efforts that align everyone to create synergistically in evolutionary ways. It is about win-win solutions for us all. Mankind, through pure necessity, is moving into this new age of consciousness, and it is the most powerful and amazing age we will have ever experienced. The limitations will melt away at unprecedented speeds, and every problem that we have will become an exciting challenge to overcome, and we will have the full capacity to do so, because we will have power over our own mind. This is true power, operating from the soul, from our center, and using our mind, body, and emotions as tools to deliberately create our reality. A very small percentage of us have a highly effective strategy to do this already, and are leading the way into this bold new age of consciousness. If you do not see the timing and vision of what I'm talking about, start looking beyond everyday survival and feel into the possibilities as they are unfolding right now. And the only question that we need to ask is, how much time do we need to see the obvious? As Agent Smith in the movie The Matrix said to Neo as he held him down on the subway tracks, "Do you hear that sound, Mr. Anderson? That is the sound of inevitability." Take a moment to contemplate this idea. What is the value that you see in managing your consciousness?